we're going to be looking at the finer points of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. So we'll start off right off the bat. The intro to the song is pretty straightforward. I have changed it a little bit so that we can get the bass line in there, but essentially you're just going to be playing a G bar chord. So I'll move up close so you can see that. It's your typical G bar chord. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull off and hammer on these two fingers. So you get this. And what you're doing is, make sure that bar is down because you want to go, that's essentially what you're doing there. Now if you wanted it to sound a little bit fuller, you can do a little bit more strumming with it. So it's kind of like this. Now you're going to go to a G, couple of strokes there, and then you're going to do this run. So it's G, 3rd fret of the 6th string, G, then A, B flat, 1st fret of the A string, and B, and then go straight to a B7. So your 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Your 1st finger is on the 1st fret of the 4th string. Your 3rd finger is on 2nd fret of the 3rd string, the G. The B is open, and the high E is on 2nd. Okay, so from the beginning. That kind of feel. So then C, so a couple of strokes on C, and then this run. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go 3rd, 2nd, 1st on the A string, and then A open, and immediately go to an A chord. Now I like to play the A like this. There is some stuff that he's doing along with these chordings up here, but at the very beginning he doesn't do anything there with the guitar, so I just kind of made this thing up to keep the rhythm going. So from the C it would be. So I'm just making that up. So that's a pull on the 3rd to 2nd, and then 2nd on the G. So that's 4th, 2nd, and 2nd. And then the same thing, 4th, 2nd, and 2nd. So. And that last one is actually, the 2nd is not on the A string, it's on the E, or D, sorry. That sort of thing. Okay. So again, same thing. And that's all I do there because I'm going to go up to this part here. So it's that sort of thing. Then for this little run, and we'll go over the chords that is being played in the background in a second for those of you who want just the simpler parts. But what he's doing here is he's barring, using your 1st finger, you can bar across the 10th, and then you're going to hammer on the B string at the 12th, and so you get this. And remember, both 10s are ringing, so you get this. So you do that 3 times, then pull off the 10, then 12 on the G, and then what I like to do is go to 11th on the G string, 12th on the B string, and the high E open. So you get this. I just love the sound of that chord. And then, so it does that a couple times, then it goes. So it's same run. Then you go to 12th on the B string, and you're going to slide that up to 14th at the same time you're hitting 12 on the E string. So it's now that's kind of just a strumming thing, so you just got to get a feel for it, but it's basically those two notes, 14 and 12. So it's 14, 12, and 10. Then you do the same hammer on before that you did, so it's bar on the 10th and go. So it's the same sort of rhythm you did before. Okay, and now you do the same run that you did before, so 12, 10, 12, and then slide to 13 with your third finger, and slide to 13, and then take your second finger, get the 12th of the B, and again the E is open, so you get this. Okay. Now, for the verses, it's just the same sort of thing you did before. So your bar still is on 10th, but you're starting with the 12th already down. That sort of thing. And then straight to a B7. And how you're going to do the B7 is exactly the same figuring you would do for a D7 down here. Okay, slide it so that these two fingers here, the two that are together like that, are way up on the 11th, and that'll give you a B7. So it's okay. Then what you want to do is you want to slide it up one more, but this time you're going to have to use a little staccato technique here. So come up nice and close, you can see what I'm doing here. But I'm using the pick on the G string, and I'm using, in this case, my second finger, my middle finger, and I'm picking off the high E string, both on the 12th fret. So you get this. And then I'm just doing a descending thing, one fret each time. Now he just does a little pull off there where he's going 10th, pull it off to where you are there already, and you can either go hit the B open, or you could go and then take your baby finger and go on the 10th of the B string, so you get this. Or whatever you feel doing that there. So again, now that's the chorus line again, so it's that same run we already went over. Okay. Then when it goes to this, now it changes slightly. What you're going to do is you're just going to bar across the 10th, but slide it right, hit it and slide it right away to 12. That sort of thing. And then what you're going to do is a couple chords here, and it's going to be kind of like you would do an F major 7 down here. So that'd be the E open 1, 2, and 3. So in this case, the E's not open in this case, but you're going to do 10 on the B, 11 on the G, and 12 on the D string. So again, the bar starts at 10 and slides to 12. Okay, and then you just slide it, the whole thing down. So instead of 10, 11, and 12, now you're 8, 9, and 10. And it's, you got to kind of hit it and then just slide it. So it's, again, hit the 10th and then slide to the 12th. And then to a type of G. So you're going to go from here to a G, and what we're doing here is a bar across 7. Your second finger is on the 8th of the B string, and your third finger is on 9th of the D string. And then you drop it down. Now this is a type of G, that's a type of F. And then you slide up to this chord formation right after that. So you're going to be on 11th of the G, and then both B and E are going to be on the 10th. Okay, so that whole section would sound like this. Okay, and again, that's just 11, and then on the G, and then 10 on the B and the E. So I'm going 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then back to the third string there. So again. Right back to the verses. The rest of it is pretty straightforward. At the very end, he's just going to go between a G and what I like to call an E. So it's an E major 7 extended. So you're going to take your, instead of just doing taking your finger off here to get an E7, you just remain that. So you maintain this E formation here and just take your baby finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay. Now, if you want to do the song right from the beginning and just do chords, it's this. So that's just G and E. G and E. G, A, G, E. G, and the walk up. B7. C, walk down. A. Okay. Now that bridge, that sort of thing that's happening there, you can just go to G there, so, and then to D, and then to C, and then to a quick F, and then to G. And then to G, F, to end it. So again, the whole thing would be, looks like nothing's gonna change. I hope that helps. Have fun with it, and we'll see you down the road.